Get to it. Get to it. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad number 1021 to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. This message is especially dedicated to the prolific Brian Johnson. Here's the upgrade. You think work shouldn't be a struggle, but upgraded thinking knows if it's worthwhile, it isn't going to be easy. Here's the story. Fred Rogers produced almost 500 episodes of his Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood from 1968 to 1975. He took an almost 5-year hiatus, returning in 1979 to produce around another 500 episodes, ending the series in 2001, 2 years before his death in 2003. He was a fountain of creativity, kindness, and character. I've mentioned before that his picture is on my hero wall as a paragon of gentleness, focus, and positivity. He's the mindset mentor I wrote about for the maxim, focus where your feet are, in my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, because of the presence and attention he expressed, even through the television screen. You would think such a positive and prolific person never had any doubts and was never downcast. But a letter he wrote to himself in 1979 reveals just the opposite. At the time he penned this note, he had already produced, like I said, almost 500 episodes of The Neighborhood, written dozens of songs, and created a host of characters who lived in his neighborhood of make-believe. He had more than proved himself and was well on his way to becoming a cultural icon. Fred didn't feel that way, though. He wrote, quote, "Am I kidding myself that I'm able to write a script again? Am I just whistling Dixie? I wonder. If I don't get down to it, I'll never really know. Why can't I trust myself?" Really, that's what it's all about. That and not wanting to go through the agony of creation. After all these years, it's just as bad as ever. I wonder if every creative artist goes through the tortures of the damned trying to create. Oh well, the hour cometh, and now is when I've got to do it. Get to it, Fred. Get to it. But don't let anybody ever tell anybody else that it was easy. It wasn't. End quote. Feelings are fickle and try to fool you. It's hard to imagine Fred feeling this way and doubting he had any more ideas left, not able to write a script again. 3 things stand out to me. He knew how to argue with himself. I like how he asks himself these questions. Second, he doesn't discount the difficulty. Note the bold words he used: agony, tortures. It wasn't easy. You wouldn't hear him talking to a neighbor like this, but he doesn't sugarcoat the difficulty with himself. Finally, number 3, he is committed to doing the work. Get to it, Fred. He knows when your commitment is greater than your feelings, you get the results you want. From here, when he wrote this memo on April 1st, 1979, he eventually wrote 500 more episodes over the next 22 years. The better story to tell yourself is, I know how to argue with myself and get myself going. I'm so glad a note like this exists. It's encouraging to hear the honest struggle. I think it enhances his other virtues of presence and positivity. I realize that he wasn't special. He was disciplined. He was committed. He did the hard work of wrestling the feelings common to everyone. And those things I can be and do too. And so can you. Tell me a story of the struggle to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. Send someone a text and ask them, did you watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood when you were a kid? You can get a free copy of my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.